Hi, my name is Corey Gerard, and it's so sad. Hey, do you notice every time a new type of killer virus pops up that's specifically genetically engineered to kill human beings, they put it all over the news, and then everyone gets up in a panic, and then this new virus starts killing people in the thousands. And then everybody takes it serious. They're like, wow, this is a killer virus. Wow, it can actually kill me. We got to do something about it. We got to screen people. We got to set up quarantines. Then we got to study it and learn more about it. Yes, that's usually the case. Like with such things as the coronavirus, malaria, and the Ebola, and especially with the HIV and AIDS, and all of those such destructive viruses have been killing for decades now. But you notice that count up how many types of killer deaths that there are every year worldwide that has nothing to do with any destructive virus, then you will arrive at a number much, much higher than that involving any virus that's killing somebody. For example, count up how many murders there are every year. Count up how many killings there are involving conflict and strife. Count how many murders there are due to terrorism as such. Then you will come up with a number higher. Because it has to be, hundreds of thousands of murders every year. So, compared to the numbers involving destructive viruses that kill people, the other types of murders are much, much higher than that. So I'm going to ask a good question that any and everyone else should be wondering about. Why aren't people up in arms over the other types of murders that happen, say, from robberies, gang-related violence, home invasions, and etc.? Should no such serious cases be treated as epidemics and quarantined incidents? Shouldn't they be plastered all on all types of news channels constantly, day and night? It's like everyone watches the news every day and they see the worst type of violent things, or they watch social media and see the most violent, terrible things being posted regularly, and it's like, oh well. They're like, hey, we not taking that really serious because they're not posting it on every news type of channel and outlet and saying, wow, it's a new killer destructive virus and you might die from it. But hey, you might die from a million other things too, and that is a proven case. It's a tracked number of murders over the past few decades, or even track the number of accidental deaths from a few decades up. You will find that those numbers are much higher than anyone ever killed, or any abundance of persons ever killed from destructive viruses and illnesses related to such viruses like HIV and corona. Y'all know when people seriously think about that, they're like, wow, that's true. So why aren't we really as up in arms over the many, many other types of deaths that are not related or pertaining to destructive killer viruses? And I would say that it's because you're programmed not to care as much about those other types of deaths and killings in society that are not in conjunction with viruses in which you will catch or could possibly catch at any given times. But you're programmed to think that they are more significant, the viruses that kill people. Yes, it should be taken serious, but hey, if you know that hey, you could die in a million other ways, then that is certainly a much needed thing to consider. So think about it. It's the programming and it's the conditioning. And when you see something bad or a bunch of bad things every day, like, hey, it's 100,000 gang murders every year. It's 100,000 contract killings every year. It's 100,000 auto death accidents every year. You're gonna be like, oh well, those are the norm or normals of life that happen on a regular basis. So hey, I'm not gonna take them at very, very serious. But when you turn on the news and they say, wow, hey, it's a new disease that's popping up, and it didn't kill 800 people over here, and then it didn't kill 300 people over here, 200 over here. Wow, y'all better watch out. Y'all can catch that. The people are gonna be thrown in a panic because they are not used to seeing about that. Even though there have always been killer diseases at any given time, but when something new pops up as a destroyer disease, they're gonna be like, wow, I'm unfamiliar with that. So it has me worried very, very much. Yeah, folks, that's something y'all should seriously consider and factor everything in to it as much as I do.